Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel RN ArchiVision. Today is a new video wherein we are going to learn about what is an XREF file and where and why do we use these XREF files. So let's get started with this video without waiting any further. So just stay connected with me up till the very end of this video because this video is going to be very informative and also very helpful for you all. So let's get started with the video. So in AutoCAD, we have something called as XREF files. So what are these XREF files? So XREF file, which is basically also called as, an external reference. And this external references are basically considered as a base drawing. So what are base drawings? Base drawings are basically like, the one which I have opened up near you. So this is basically the base drawing for me. So it's kind of like a basic layout of the house and, how the house is going to look like and what you're going to do in this house. So this is basically the house that I have, and this is going to be my basic layout or the base drawing for this particular project. So I have created everything in here. I'm going to have the entrances being shown, the staircase, the number of stairs that I want in my for my entrance. I also have the edge of the slab placed over here. I also have the window placements, and I have also shown the parking area, the staircase to the to the top floor, and I also have like this windows placement, the double door. I have all the labelings for all the rooms that I'm gonna have, like kitchen, bedroom areas, the wardrobe area, bathroom areas, and each and everything over here. So, everything is perfectly created in this particular plan, and this is basically considered as my base plan. It's because, I'm going to use this particular plan and going to create my furniture layout. Okay, I'm going to create my, ceiling layout. I'm going to create plumbing layout. I'm going to create each and everything with respect to this particular base layout. Okay, so now, right now, if I just use just this particular plan and I just put in the furniture in this particular plan, the ceiling, the lights, and everything in this plan, it's going to look a little more congested, right? The people who are just reviewing your work on site, they are definitely not going to understand anything from what you have done. So that's why we create an XREF plan, and we use that particular XREF plan as as the main base drawing inside the other drawings. Okay. So this basically helps us create different plans, as I said to you, the furniture layouts, the dimensions, the ceiling layouts, the plumbing layouts, and each and everything. And the best part over here is that when we update the main XREF file, it basically automatically updates in all the drawings that uses it, and that saves a lot of time and it keeps everything correct. So for example, I believe that, while I'm doing my plumbing layout, I feel like, this particular wall or this particular sink or the bathtub should be placed in a different manner or a different place on a different place, or I need to move this door. I don't really need to keep changing the placement of this in each and every plan. What I can do is I can just directly come to this particular base plan, that is this XREF ground floor plan. I can change the placement of this and it automatically updates in the other plans as well. So I'll just show that to you later in the videos of how that works out exactly. Okay, so this is basically my base plan, and this is basically I am considering that this as an XREF plan. So let me just show you how I work out with my projects. So I have one of these projects over here, okay, and I have labeled them in a proper manner for you people to understand of how things work out. Okay, so as you can see, the first one I click over here is an A1 border. A1 border is basically like, the border that you have for your sheets, okay, towards the end, where you can have the title for your project, the client's name, your company's name, the date, and each and everything, all the details are written on this particular sheet. Okay, and then we have is the 201 DWG file. Okay, 201 is basically a flow plan for me. That flow plan is going to have like the base plan. Okay, the extra the base drawing. Okay, that is going to be considered as an extra drawing. Okay, and in that I'm going to have all the dimensions, the text, the door placement, stairs, levels, and each and everything in that case. And then we have the 202 DWG file. In this, I'm going to have my complete roof plan. Okay. And then we have the 301. In this 301, I'm going to use it for like ceiling plan, plus the text, the lights, the levels, each and everything is going to be present here. And then we have is the 401, that is going to be the furniture plan, okay, with all the text that is going to be required in this particular plan. And then we have the 601 DWG file. Okay, that is going to consist of all the elevations and sections of this particular plan. Okay, so and underneath what you can see is these are the XREF files. Okay, we label that as XR and whatever the name is. Okay, so XR as ground ceiling plan. Okay, and then we have the XR ground floor plan. This is the one which I have showed you over here. Okay, that is the base drawing that I have shown you. This is the XREF ground floor plan. Okay, as you can see the names of it. All right, and then next we have is the ground flooring pattern. What is the flooring pattern? Flooring pattern is basically like do you want tiles over there, or do you want mat over there, or do you want a wood flooring, or what do you want? Like all of those things are going to be done over here. And then except furniture layout, the furnitures, all the furnitures that you require in your home, for your bedroom, for your dining area, for the living area, in each and every place. And then we have the extra roof plan. So let's just go one by one. So first thing what I'm going to open is I'm going to open the base drawing, which is the XREF ground floor plan, and I'm going to open the first drawing, which is the 201 drawing. Okay, you must be imagining where is this 101. 101 is going to be the site plan. I haven't really created one, so for this particular project, so I haven't really I don't really have that DWG file in this folder. Okay, so this is going to be the first one. I'm going to open this for you all. So this was the XREF ground floor plan, okay, that I have shown you. Okay, and this is going to be the 201 floor plan. So as you can see over here, I have all the dimensions over here, with all the levels over here. So level, why do we have these levels? Levels are because, the first thing is that we're going to have the staircase over here. We have 3 staircases. Okay, so with respect to that, the calculation would show as minus 0.45. In my future videos, I'll definitely show you how do you calculate the slope, and how do you have the slope for your cars to enter the house, if you have any, like, sort of shutters over here. Okay, anything of that sort. Like I haven't really created a shutter over here, but yeah, that's going to be a part of it too. So I'm having a 0.45 level over here, and I have labeled that as minus 0.45. And over here, it's not going to be as steeper as this one, so it's going to be minus 0.15. I'll show you all the calculations in my future videos. Okay, and then as you come over here, it becomes leveled up, and it comes up to 0. Okay, that's going to be the level for this particular a particular house. Okay, and in this, as you can see, we have all the dimensions of this particular house. Okay, or the particular plan. Okay, that is something very important, because these measurements basically show you what are the dimensions of the particular room that you have in this particular house. Okay, I have all the labelings and each and everything, and these are basically, as you can see, this particularly, and this one, these are basically considered as a call out. I have this call out, why? Because I have actually shown a detailed a section or an elevation view of this particular kitchen in in the further files. I'll definitely show that to you guys as well. Okay, so these are basically a few things that I can show you over here for the 201. Okay, next let's move on with the next extra files, or let's go on with the 202. 202 is basically going to be the roof plan. Okay, let's open that for you all. Okay, and over here, as you can see over here, we have towards the right, as you can see over here, we are basically having the extra file over here attached even in this particular plan. Okay, so that is something very important, because we need to create a roof plan. So roof plan is only possible only if you have a ground floor plan. Okay, and we also have an extra roof plan. Okay, I'll open that one for you as well, so just so you can get a better idea. So this is going to be my roof plan. Okay, I have shown each and everything over here of how the slope is going to be. Okay, because when it rains, you would definitely need to have like the water flowing in the right directions. So for that, you need to have a proper slope. So you definitely need to show the slope percentage over here. Okay, and over here it's again 2%. All right, so all of that is basically shown, and we also have the parapet walls over here. So you are basically showing the height of it as well. Okay, and each and everything of that is basically mentioned out in the roof plan. You have the drain over here, and yeah, that's actually what I have shown in this particular roof plan. So let's open the XREF plan for this. All right, so we have the XREF DWG file over here for the roof plan. Okay, so this is basically the XREF file for it. So this is how the XREF file basically looks like. Okay, so in this XREF plan, we have all of these things, but we haven't really created any sort of dimensions or anything. We don't know what's the dimension for so and so things. We don't know what's going to be the height of this parapet wall. We don't know anything of this, right? So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to create the XREF file of the roof plan. Okay, we're going to just put all the things that is necessary, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put all the dimensions. So let me show you what I have put in. So when I click over the XREF plan, it basically clicks like, it shows this is the XREF roof plan, and it basically selects as a whole, like kind of like a group. Okay, so let me just show you what I have added on top of this XREF plan. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, for time being, I would unload this. Okay, as you can see over here, you have an option of either attaching, opening it, unloading it, or reloading it, or detaching it completely. You have multiple options over here, or you can also change the path type or select a new path or something of that sort. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just unload it for time being. So when you just unload it, okay, as you can see, let me just show that to you again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, I'm going to unload this. See, the XREF roof plan basically disappears, and it basically shows you all the things that you have done on top of this XREF plan. Okay, so just in case if you have to make any sort of changes, like with respect to the slope or anything of that sort, you can directly make changes on the XREF roof plan. You don't really need to come and work over this, specifically. Okay, so this basically shows the the dimensions, the levels, and each and everything. These are done over here. Okay, so okay, so now what I can do is over here, now I want the XREF file to be back. What I'm going to do is I can see XREF roof plan. I'm going to click over this, right click over it, and I'm going to just reload it. Okay, I'm going to reload it and it's back. Okay, so that's how you actually take care of your XREF plans. Okay, so that was about this part, and now let's open the next file, which is going to be 301. Okay, 301 DWG file. Okay, so 301 is basically the ceiling plan with all the text and each and everything. So in here, as you can see, I have this completely selected as a whole. Okay, when it's being selected as a whole, you should understand it right away that it's an XREF file being connected. Okay, and it also highlights what sort of XREF file is being connected. So I have the XREF ground ceiling plan. So you need not really go back and open it from the folder. You can directly open it from here as well. So what you're going to do is, as you can see, this is my XREF ground ceiling plan. Okay, it basically shows you all the details of what's the reference name is, what's the status, and each and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click over it and I'm going to click on open. Okay, it directly opens it from the plan itself. Okay, so what I have over here, let me show that to you. Okay, so this is basically my ground floor plan. Okay, and now when I just click over this ground floor plan, you can see there's something which is opening up as a whole again. So what is that? This is basically a ground floor plan. So the ground floor plan that I have shown you towards the beginning, that is the same plan that we're using in order to create a ground floor ceiling plan. Okay, so that is basically helpful. You need not really create it again, or you need not really copy paste it. Copy pasting is basically something which which is not a professional way of doing it. Okay, XREF plans are very important. Why? Because this is gonna make your work much more easier. Okay, so for example, in this particular plan, what I do is I just end up creating. Okay, I basically end up creating something like this over here. Okay, just for example. Okay, so I have just created a particular room, just as an example, and I'm gonna just save this, Control S. Okay, I have saved this. Now we are gonna get back to this XREF ground ceiling plan. Now you can see there isn't any sort of room that is created. What you're gonna do is at the bottom, you can see that there is this XREF file was modified. Okay, you can see that. So what you're gonna do is there's this green button over here. So I'm gonna just right click and I'm going to reload this. Okay, so the reference drawing has recently been changed. Do you want to compare the reference differences? You don't really need to compare them. Okay, I'm going to just click no, and you can see there's this red line that I have created has been created over here. Okay, and okay, so as you can see, the changes have been made over here. So now I want to delete this. What you can do is simply you can either open the XREF file, okay, as it is open over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this back again. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to save that, okay, and then get back to the ground ceiling plan. Okay, and then I'm going to reload this back again because I that has been changed, isn't it? So then I'm going to reload this, and yeah, that disappears. Okay, wasn't that easy? That disappears automatically, isn't it? So that's how you actually do that. Okay, so that's how this basically XREF plan basically works out. Okay, so this 301 basically shows you the entire ceiling plan. Okay, and let me show you the ground floor ceiling plan of what I have done. So over here I have exactly the same ground floor. I have created the lights for this particular particular drawing room, the male sitting area. I have the chandeliers. And these are the room tags that I have created, G01, okay, ground floor, the first room, okay, and then I have given the ceiling height of this particular male seating area, that's going to be 3.90, and this ceiling height is a little different, 3.7, so it's kind of like, this is a little more at the bottom and this is a little more at the depth, it's inside. Okay, so that's going to be of that, and then I'm going to have another ceiling plan over here, and then the ceiling over here wherein I have all the lights, chandeliers and everything. I have again given the height for it. Okay, and this is going to be G02, the ground floor second room. Okay, and we also have another ceiling height over here. Okay, there are different ceiling heights over here. Okay, now I have the same for the kitchen. Okay, I'm giving the room tags as well as the ceiling heights of it. So I have different chandeliers being used. I have different lights being used. And then this is the ceiling plan for the washroom. Okay, and for the working closet. Okay, so everything is perfectly done. And alongside that, what I'm going to have over here is I'm going to have the legends and abbreviations, wherein I have all the, different ceiling, different lightings that I am going to use. Okay, we have different, so I have used few of them and not all. Okay, so you can definitely take this as an example and use it for your projects as well. Okay, I'm going to have a smoke detector, the heat detector, all of these things which are very necessary. I mean, there are like few things which you don't really use in all the houses, but like most of the things are basically used. Okay, and I have different lighting systems and everything. So I have used few of them and I haven't used few of them. So over here I have used this particular chandelier. Okay, and I can see that over here, type like Kingfisher CH112. Okay, and all of this is basically done on this particular XREF ground ceiling plan. And on the main ceiling plan, what I'm going to have is this is the XREF file. Okay, this is the XREF file that I have. Okay, basically showing all the textures and everything. Okay, and on that what I have done is basically showing up all the things that that is in addition to this. So that was about the ceiling plan. Now next move on with the 401 DWG file, which is basically going to be the furniture plan, the furniture that would be required uh, for your bedroom, dining area, living area, and each and every portion of the house. Okay, so let's take a look over what we have in there. All right, so as you can see, we have this particular XREF file that is connected again, and it is the ground floor furniture plan. So I'm just placing my mouse and it basically shows the name of the reference file. So I'm going to just click over it and I'm going to click open, and that's going to open me the XREF furniture plan. And okay, and in this what I'm going to have, I'm going to show you each and everything. So for the male sitting area, what I have done is I've created the sofas over here, the side tables, the center tables, and these are different styles of sofas that I have created. Okay, and I have labeled it with their own names so that you can actually because these are the sofas that I have created, because I am about to like customize all of these, so they have their specific dimensions and the specific color for it. So I have actually given specific names so that it's easier for me to figure out which sofa is what, and I can just order it very easily. Okay, and then I also have the dining table. Even this is basically customized, so I have like a specific type of the chair, the color of it, the height of it, the material that I want to use for the chairs. Each and everything is basically shown in this particular tag. Okay, and this is going to be the dining table tag. Okay, and then what I'm going to have over here is for the kitchen. For the kitchen, we obviously have the chair over here with with this with the countertop and the cabinets on top. So as you can see over here, I have like two lines over here. So what does that mean? So basically, this is this one, this particular line that you can see, the bold line. This bold line is basically the countertop, and this dotted line is basically the cabinets on top of the on top of the countertop. So those cabinets don't really end up till the very end, right? So I'm just showing it with the dotted line just to highlight that there's a cabinet on top of it. Okay, kind of like a storage space on top of it. And the same thing over here. This other cabinets, which is like KC01. I have given the number for it because they have a different material and different color. Okay, and the countertops, they are a little more different too. So I have actually given tags to each and every everything over here, so that it's much easier for me to uh, give an order whenever I need to. Okay, so this one is selecting as a whole. So this is basically one of the XREF files. Okay, and now then we have the bedroom. Okay, so I have actually customized this bed the way, the material that I want, the headboard that I want, each and everything, the console, the sofa, the seating area, basically, I would say, the side tables, and then the TV shelf that I have. Okay, all of these things basically I would say is, uh, kind of customized, and it needs to be done the way I want. So I have actually given the tags for each and every furniture portions over here. Okay, and next what we have over here, we have a different bed over here, BD01. No, it's quite similar. Only the texturing, I have given a different texturing, just so you can learn that of how the texturing is basically done. So I have a different texturing over here, and I have grouped it. I have made this into one block. Okay, and then we are gonna have the side tables, the sitting areas, again, the same thing over here. Okay, and now then I have actually given, a furniture schedule over here when like I have the item and item description. So as you can see, the item BB01. So BB01 over here is this one. So what is that? Consider as that is the bed bench. Okay, kind of like a console, we would say. BS01 are these side tables. Okay, so it's the bed side tables, and what's the measurement for it? Okay, all these king size beds, all these measurements are done. We also have the carpet area over here. I'm not sure if I've put that tag in here or not. I should be, but I'm not really sure. I think, yeah, we have done that, yeah. So yeah, we have this particular carpet. Okay, so what color carpet do I want, which goes in contrast with the sofa colors and everything, and which goes well with the environment too. So that carpet, I can order that carpet just by reading the number for it and have like all the detailings with me. This is the dining table, and sofa three-seater, curved hand. Okay, so they are like two different things, I would say. Let me just show you the difference. It's SF01 and SF02. So this is my SF01. Okay, it's kind of like pretty much, right angle, right angled kind of thing. And this is SF02, which is a little curved. This is something a little different from this one. So I have given like two different names. So it's like, when you have like large sitting areas, it's really good to have, different type of sofas and a little more spacious area for people to sit comfortably if you have like many guests coming in. So this would look a little more royal, and it's gonna look really good. And as you can also see, we have like two entrances for this particular male sitting area if you have males and females coming together. So what you can do is the females can just enter through this door, and the males can enter through this door, so they have like their own privacy. Families would have their own privacies too. So like males would be accommodating over here, and then the females could just come in and accommodate in the living area, or maybe in the living area, I would say, yeah. So there are basically two entrances just for privacy reasons. And it's up to every person, like everyone has their own design in their mind, so they could just design it that way. Okay, so we have all the tables, the side tables, and each and everything, they have their own measurements over here. And we have the kitchen cabinet, kitchen countertop, kitchen chair. Each and everything is basically mentioned out in this particular furniture tool. So this is something, it's like, if you enjoy doing this is something which is very interesting. You basically end up, designing something new for yourself. And, that's something very good when you are planning to work on a professional platform. So that was about the 401. So let's move on with the 601, which is going to be the elevation plan for us. So let's open that for you all. So this is basically going to be my elevation views. I haven't really completed it, perfectly, but I have like few things that I have completed, so I'll definitely show that to you. So I have showed you in the previous, in the starting of the video, that there was a particular call out. Let me just show that to you if I have open. Yeah, this one. So in this particular plan, I have this call out, okay, over here. Okay, this is basically called as a call out. Call outs are basically done in order to make sure that you're showing for the more details of that particular area, maybe like an elevation view or a section view, or maybe details of the equipments that are there inside it. So I have these, the section lines over here, the section views over here created. And I have this kitchen being shown. I have the dimensions of each and everything being shown over here. So what's going to be the width of it, the length of it, the distance from the sink edge to the edge of the edge of the countertop. All of that is basically shown. Each and every tiny details are something very important, because when you're handing this over to someone, you need to keep this in mind, that okay, if they just take a look over your plan, they should be able to figure out what's the dimension for each and everything, because they can't really make assumptions, isn't it? So you are the one, you are the architect, you need to make sure that what the dimensions are going to be like. For over here, as you can see, I had the countertop over here up till here, so I have shown like the placement of the fridge, what's going to be the dimensions of it, the distance from the door, each and everything, each and every dimensions, these are like very, very important, and you need to make sure that you are placing all of them. And I have these section views over here. So this is like my first section view, and it's the arrow over here, it's pointing towards that side. It means that I'm standing over here and I'm looking over that side, so I need a view from a view that I'm looking over there. And then I have the second and the third. Okay, so this third over here is pointing towards this side, which means that I am standing over here and I'm looking over there. Okay, and the second over here is basically I'm standing here and looking over there. So I need that one. So this is my section 1 view. Okay, so my section 1 over here is basically standing over here and looking over there. So what I see is a little part of the stuff over here and all the cabinets and the countertop over here. So let me see, how did I do that? So I have like the sink over here being shown. Okay, I have the sink, the cut over here at the sink. So I'm showing you the sink over here. Okay, have the sink detailings being shown, okay, just for like a better visibility and understanding. Okay, I also have the countertop being shown with the cabinets that are opening in so and so directions, and the top cabinets that I have, on top of this one, I'm showing you that what's going to be the height of the ceiling. Okay, and then I'm also having a chair over here. Okay, I had a chair over here in my furniture plan, so I have also shown that chair over here. And then I also have this particular cabinets. Okay, that is, I'm showing it over here. Um, so I'm gonna have these chairs over here. So I have actually shown the chair over here. And then as you can see, this top cabinet that you see over here, I can see this cabinet cutting up over here. So basically at this portion, I do have the cabinet ending over here. So I'm basically showing this side of the cabinet, okay, because I have the section view from here. So it's showing the cabinet towards the side. So I'm showing like how the cabinet is basically shown from the side. And that's why I've given a different color, that is yellow over here and the red over here. So red is because I'm seeing it from the front portion of the cabinet, and this is the side portion of the cabinet, and I have shown all the detailings of it, of how the cabinet looks like. Okay, so that's going to be the ceiling height, and then I have also shown the ceiling, on the ceiling hang over here. That's gonna give me the dimension of how high it is. Okay, and that's how my section 1 view looks like. Okay, and I have actually changed the position of my plan. So as you can see over here, it was placed in this manner of how it was originally placed in my XREF ground floor plan. Okay, but I have actually twisted this in a different angle. Why? Because I have to create this second section view. So this makes it much more easier, because just by using all these lines, okay, and this is going to make my work much easier to create accurate the section views for this particular area. So in my future videos, I would definitely be showing you how I'm creating all these sections and elevations, just so you can get a better idea. And it's something like an easier way of creating this. And I have changed the position of this again, in a way that I can create the third section very easily. Okay, and in here what I'm going to see is I'm going to see the cabinet over here. Okay, I'm having a cut of the cabinet, I would say, and I'm going to see the front section of this particular cabinet and the countertop along with the chair over here, as you remember. Okay, and then I'm going to see the fridge over here. I'm going to see the door over here and also this door as well, and a cut of this particular slab and the cabinets on top of it. Okay, so that was about this portion. And then next is we have um, this other portion of it. Okay, the other section views that I have created. So in here you also need to like give detailings of the paint that I have on the plaster. We also have the skirting over here. Okay, and if you don't know what a skirting is, I would definitely attach a photo of it so that you can get a clear idea of what a skirting is. So you also need to show the skirting, and I have created like 100 mm skirting over here. And then this is like the door that I have over here, and I have put a tag of this door over here. Okay, because each and every door is something different. Like for mechanical doors, you actually have a different material of the door, and the thickness, the height of it, each and everything is different. Whereas like if you're creating a door just for like the entrances or anything of that sort, you have a different door. So for the kitchens, we have a different door again. Okay, so we need to take care on the fact that you need to create doors keeping in mind the fire resistance and everything. So we definitely do a detailed video on that as well. So that would just allow you to make a better decision. Okay, I have also given the dimension of uh, the distance between the cabinets and the top of the countertop. So all of that is something very important, and I have also given the materials that I'm using on top of it. And the countertop is going to be a little light brown in color. Okay, and the cabinets that we have over here is the wall mounted cabinets, and it's a solid wood. So all of those detailings of these things are something very important, and you should be doing that as well. And this is like another section view again, wherein like I have placed the chairs and the sofa areas, because the kitchen was way too huge. Okay, so I have created like a little more like a dining area, I would say, in the middle of the kitchen, so that you can comfortably sit over there and enjoy your meals. So I have like a little sofa and the chairs that you can see over here. So these are how you create all the section views over here. And that was all about the 601 DWG file. Okay, so that was all about. I think I have covered like all the plants that you can see over here. So it's something like these things are something like very important, and you need to like work over it. You need to just keep them organized in this way to make your work much more effective. And um, like it's something very important when you're working on a professional platform. So I have created all the extra files. I have created all the DWG files, and yeah, I'm working on one of the plans, and you should shortly be seeing all the new plans that I'm creating. It's just exactly in this particular organized manner, so that you can learn of how I'm working with it. So this was just like a tour of what an XREF file is and how do you use it, and why do we use it. So you can just get a brief understanding of what's the importance of an XREF file. So I hope this video was quite informative. I hope you have liked watching it, and if you have enjoyed it, do share it with your friends so that it's helpful for them too, because these videos are something very important when you're working on a professional platform. So I hope you have enjoyed this. So thanks for watching this video. Do like my videos, share it with your friends, do subscribe my channel, and I'll be back with a new video. Till then, take care and bye bye.